Welcome to the Michigan Runner Show. Join us each time as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great sport.
It was a tough day out there, I think, for everybody. And, coming in, I think I was planning for several different scenarios. I think that's the beauty of a race like this, is you never really know what's going to happen. It's purely about being in the top three. It's not a rabbited race. You don't know what the pace is going to be starting out. My mindset coming in and in training and talking with Mike Smith has just always been, you got to be ready for any scenario, because you don't know what's going to happen. And it's the time you bank on it being one or two things that it's something else, and that catches you by surprise. And I never want to be in a situation where I haven't gone over it mentally, haven't trained for it physically, and so we were ready for anything out there. And I think, like Jake said, the biggest thing for me was just being a little conservative at the start, really trying to tuck in, conserve as much energy as possible. Obviously it was pretty windy out there, and just really trying to relax, and obviously it's a little unnerving sometimes when you see people that take off or get a big gap, but I just kept telling myself, you're strong as can be. Your strength is always in the last part of the race, in the last 6 miles. I always pride myself on my ability to close in marathons and really keep it together and hold it. And my training coming in, it, told me and indicated that I was ready to go, and that I was strong as I ever have been. So, I took off a little bit earlier than I initially had anticipated. Going over and talking with Mike beforehand. He really wanted me to wait, until at least 19, 20 miles. So I went a little bit before that, hopefully not too mad at me for doing that. But when I talked to him this morning, he said, trust yourself. You've been doing this a long time, and you've got to have faith in your instincts and faith in your ability to read the situation and adapt. And as long as whatever you do, you just need to commit and be 110% in when you do decide to do something. And so, I realized that it was slow. There was a big group, and wanted to test things a little bit going up that uphill in the last mile of the second loop. Did that, and then it was kind of like, I guess, trying to save some energy, because I knew there's still a long ways to go. You still got 10 miles after that second loop, and so but once I got a little bit more of a gap coming up that long uphill on Peachtree, at that point, I told myself, you just got to commit and keep pushing, try to stay relaxed. And so, that was really, from that point on, once I got a lead, once I got a little bit of a gap, it was just about keeping the pedal down, but always making sure that you had a little bit in reserve, at the end, if it did come down to a sprint, or if you did have to pick it up again, that you were ready to move. That was kind of my mantra coming in. The course was definitely tough. I would say, jogging it and driving it, I felt really confident in my preparation. We'd done a lot of hill work, a lot of uphills, a lot of downhills, but those last couple miles were certainly, with the hills and the wind especially, I think that was what got me the most, was, you get those gusts, and we were joking around, I think afterwards, you kept thinking that, the wind's in your face, that when you turn around, it's going to be at your back, and that seemed like it would be in your face again, going up some of those hills and stand you straight up. But, I knew that that's something that everybody was going to have to deal with. It's not like the wind was just hitting me. So I just kept trying to keep my mind calm, kept trying to concentrate on having good mechanics and keeping a little bit extra for the finish in case I needed that. And just happy to get the job done. It's been a long year and a half for me. This is my first marathon, I guess, that I've finished since having surgery a year and a half ago, and I'm just so thrilled to be representing the USA again and heading back to Tokyo with these two other great guys.